CFG Game Cast, episode number 148, a weekly podcast created by gamers and streamers alike to discuss the latest gaming topics from the previous week. We stream a new episode on Saturdays, on Fridays. Wow, Saturdays. That's like back in the day.
It's been a little bit.
At this point, yeah. Right? And we release it on podcast services like Apple, Google Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, Podbean, and so much more. So show us some love, give us a follow, a like, a comment, what have you on any podcast services out there, or go to our main website, confreaksandgeeks.com, to not miss an episode. I am Mr. CFG Games himself, Davis Green, and with me today are my two awesome co-hosts. I got Lex in the second seat. What is going on, my cyborg?
Hello, friends. Did y'all miss me?
You left?
I was gone last week.
I'm just kidding.
I bought this sweater at a medium, and it's huge. I forget how small I am until I buy something a little too big.
Medium? Wow.
Medium.
Why would you go medium? Like, well, did they not have it as a small?
They did. I was like, oh, I'm not a small. I'm definitely a medium. I'm a little chonky right now. And I was like, if it's a little big, it's a little big. I didn't expect it to be like an extra large size. Like, that's how big it is on me. I'm like, dang, man. Like, the armpits don't even like touch. I'm just walking around
comfy.
like a little wiggle worm. It is very comfy.
It does look very comfy.
I've been super busy this week with the girls. And then I unfortunately got sick. I got an infection. I'm not contagious. But yeah, just a reminder to check your bits when you're in the shower, just in case. You never know. If I hadn't, I couldn't figure out why I was running a fever last week. I was like, I keep waking up in the middle of the night and I got 104 fever, but I have no other symptoms. Yeah. And
pretty serious
I couldn't figure it out. I was like, what is happening? And then I realized, I didn't hit myself in the chest with the trash can. Something's wrong. And right as I figured out what it was, we flew to Tahoe. I was like, shit, I think I can make it through this weekend, or like I'll go to the hospital there. But we didn't have time. We were so busy with stuff. And so when we got back, I immediately I drove around to 6 different places. Because quick cares out here apparently can't deal with that, but they won't tell you that over the phone. And they're all like, no appointment needed. But you walk in, they're like, we're full. And tell me that when I call. Don't make me come here. So I drove around for like 3 hours trying to find a place. And finally, like, I was in tears and I just went to the ER. And they're like, good thing you came. This is bad. I was like, is it? That bad? Yeah. She was like, it's bad. So I'm on medication that smells and tastes horrible. And I don't even know if it's working.
Are they pills or are they like,
yeah, they're giant like capsules.
Taste horrible?
You just got it today?
No, I've had them since Monday. I take them every 6 hours. So I have a constant alarm.
They're antibiotics, right?
Yeah, an animal wake up. He's like, did you take your medicine? I'm like, yes, I'm resetting my alarm. Shut up. It's 2 a.m.
Hey, you don't mess around with antibiotics. It has to be in straight orders. So.
Every 6 hours, like right before podcast started, my alarm went off. Thank God I was muted and I took it. But I don't know if it's working because like the problem still feels like it's there. So
but are you feeling better? That's the real question. Like,
not really.
You're not feeling any better?
My fever's not as bad. But I'm still like up all night. I am up all night.
Okay. Did they tell you?
Picture day, and I had to wake up at 5:50. And as I'm falling asleep, my alarm went off. I was like, I hate my body right now. I can't with this. This is BS.
But did they tell you like if you're still having an issue to come back to the hospital or something?
And get it drained. Yeah.
Okay, so that's another thing. So like maybe next week or so.
If it's not better, I'm gonna have to like peace out and like go to the hospital.
At least the good news is that it's treatable though. At least you know that it's treatable. Theoretically, it could be a lot worse, and but it's good that you caught it and you're going accordingly and taking it seriously.
To like make sure, because I got a rash and I was like, is it a rash or am I just irritated? And I Googled and I was like, oh no, that's what this is ish. And then I saw like the horror show of what happens if you don't go to the doctor. And I was like, no. Yeah. I just wanted to check what the rash looked like. This is a whole other like ball game. Yeah,
so, that is so crazy. Yeah. That is so check freaking crazy.
Y'all. Yeah, it's Cancer Awareness Month this month too. Yeah.
Do you know who is always checking for lumps on his breast?
I know his name is
the 5-star general of the itty bitty Smitty committee. I got Smitty on the third seat. What's going on, my dude?
Chilling. Yeah, no, you know who likes the spiciest of chickens? 5-star.
There you go.
Yo, not bad. It was a relatively chill week. Like I said, I had to fast today because I had blood work done, because I still have I don't even know if it's my back anymore, if it's like my neck, but something's messed up back there. So I've been on meds too. Excuse me. For a while, but I got that blood work done. So hopefully we'll be able to figure out and get on the right path and get things fixed and whatnot. But today, I mean, this week was crazy video game news wise. There's a bunch of things that have been, revealed, shown, both movie wise and video game wise. So I'm excited to talk about some of the stuff that's going on. Other than that, though, getting on that D2 grind. I know they're probably starting their raid here soon, so best of luck to the clanmates there. And other than that, man, just been chilling. I actually got a little bit of Cyberpunk 2077 into. I had started to before they did this update, and then they did the update, so I played a little bit. Yes.
I was showing them the artwork you gave me, my Eddie Munson.
Sorry. No, you're good. You're good. But yeah, that's basically what the week was. I just kept it pretty chill. I did get pretty far. I think I'm at the last stage of Live Alive. So again, people were talking trash on the Distant Future story. I thought that was the best story out of all of them. I had a blast playing that. It was just really it was nice. It was a lot of fun.
So you beat it? You're done?
No, so spoiler warning, close your ears if you haven't played it and you plan on playing it. But basically when you get through all the chapters, it opened up a new chapter. So I haven't started, so I have this new chapter that just opened up. So I don't know if that's going to be the last or what, but
the real game. It's like all that was a prologue.
Exactly. You were actually in a dream. But yeah, no, things have been good. As always, things are probably going to pick up here work wise, with it being the fall. So preparing for that and getting a little rest in beforehand.
Spooky season.
Or at least trying. That's what you like to think about it.
Yeah, exactly. What about you, man? How's your week?
Definitely had a hell of a week.
Yeah, last week was bad, but it's definitely not as bad as what last week was. So that was definitely good. So, this week was pretty good. I've just been able to try to keep up with so much new gaming news. I have to say this week is probably has been the most hectic gaming news wise in a long time, in my opinion. Like I don't think it was anything this crazy since last year E3. Even that wasn't even that big, but this one, oh my god, dude, seriously, it was like it was crazy. So no, but I'm definitely definitely had a good time. I've been playing some more Final Fantasy 12, and you know what, the more I play Final Fantasy 12, the more I'm liking the system on it. Like the first time around when I played that game, I hated it. Like I could not stand the battle system of that at all. But like now I'm actually being patient. I'm actually grinding with some of these characters and stuff. I mean, I still think it's weak on the story front side, but I still think the gambit system is incredibly flawed. But I am now finally finding some sort of joy fighting enemies and stuff like that. So I will finally give it that. It only took me 20 years to come around and try playing this game again.
Davis's review. The game's a piece of shit, but I'm starting to enjoy it.
I mean, there's
I never played that one.
There's caveats, man. There really are. I mean, it's just like, especially when you play in RPGs, especially playing RPGs, it's like you kind of wanting to kind of get. You kind of need to get into a groove of feeling into an RPG before dedicating yourself to play 40, 50 hours into this game. And then 12 just did not do it for me. I'm still technically not where I stopped when I originally played it. So I'm still behind.
That's insane.
So like, but I've been grinding and stuff and trying to get it. And technically the version I'm playing is an advanced version of this. So it's it's Zodiac Age. Zodiac Age is more of a they added more things to it, more little like extra, extra stuff to make it a little bit more manageable per se, and stuff. So that's what I'm working on in this one. And this one's actually kind of cool too, because like, you know, like Final Fantasy normal wise had like summons like Ifrit, Ramu, and all that stuff. You know, they don't have summons in this one, but what they did was that they named these giant ships, like these giant cruiser ships and stuff that they've been using, battleships, names after the summons, and they do ridiculous powerful attacks and stuff. Cool. So yeah, so I definitely I'm liking the story. I'm liking the feel of the game finally, after kind of keeping, I guess I had to open my mind more for the system, but I'm definitely enjoying it. So it was really good. Really good. Still not my favorite though, but still really good. I'm still gonna be talking shit. I know that's just like I know Lex is just waiting on it, so we'll go with that. But yeah, so I know y'all don't want to talk about my my positive and negatives on this RPG that I can literally talk all day about. But let's go through the normal rigmarole that we like to do each and every week. So each of us chooses a topic of discussion from the previous week in the world of gaming. The topic would or could be a game about a game itself, or something that happened in the gaming industry. And we do not want to talk about it amongst ourselves. We want you, the listeners and viewers on twitch.tv/CFG Games, to be a part of the conversation. So by all means, if there is something that you wanted to chime in about what we're discussing about, we would love to discuss it with you all, so, and have you to be a part of the conversation. So let's get this party started. So let's get Lex to the front and see what she is doing. Here you go.
Well, good question. I'm doing absolutely nothing. No, my topic today, which is funny because Smitty was like, I was going to do that too. So great minds think alike. EVGA is no longer going to be working with NVIDIA, nor will they be coming out with any graphics cards. So this was huge news for several reasons. If you guys don't know, they've been working together for, I think, since 1990. Well, no, EVGA was founded in 1999, but they've been working with NVIDIA not long after that. So almost from their inception, they were working with them. And the headline read, basically, they are no longer working with them because they feel like they have been disrespected.
First off, who's the headline from?
This one came from PC Gamer. Tyler Wilde was the one who talked about it, but they were originally, I believe, they were speaking with Gamers Nexus. Andrew Hahn was speaking to Gamers Nexus, and these are direct quotes from that. So they are not just skipping the next generation of graphics cards that are coming out, because we know that we're in like the 30s right now with NVIDIA. So the next gen would be for the 40s. They're no longer going to be working with NVIDIA. They kind of tiptoed around it. They said that they felt like out of respect for themselves, they were no longer going to be working with them. So I dug into it. They had essentially, originally it was a partnership, is how EVGA felt about it. And over the years, it essentially turned into a customer-seller arrangement, where EVGA was no longer consulted on anything. So if they were price gouging, EVGA had nothing to do with it. If they were creating founders cards, EVGA was not brought in on the conversation. They were also not talked about when they were presenting, at certain events. They would not even mention them. So NVIDIA kind of pushed them out of that arrangement that they originally had. And Andrew Hahn is absolutely right. He, it's the respect aspect. If you're going to change our agreement, why aren't you talking to us first, right? Now, EVGA has stated they are not doing layoffs. They will continue to make PC products. However, it will not be graphics cards at all. It'll be motherboards, power supplies, and they will just continue to push those out harder than they would have originally. But that's 300% of their revenue just gone. But they do well. I mean, they're one of their highest selling things outside of graphics cards is power supplies. it's a little funny because Davis and I were talking about it. EVGA essentially means like it's a graphics card company, and he was like, "Well, are they going to change their name?" I was like, "I don't think so."
I mean, when you would think of if they're that big in their,
right,
graphics cards. I mean, yeah, they have power supplies, but you just said 300% of their business is graphics cards.
correct. Now, what's interesting is they got a response from NVIDIA. It's BS. Basically, NVIDIA came out and said, we've had a great partnership with EVGA over the years, and we will continue to support them on our current generation of products. That's funny because you haven't supported them, clearly, as Andrew Hahn has stated, and he's been very, very diplomatic about his responses. He's not throwing them under the bus. He's just simply stating that they've been pushed out of their original contract, and they don't feel that. He said, out of respect for ourselves, it is easier to stop working with them because it was hard to work with them.
You know what's going to happen?
That's a hot statement.
Yeah, I mean, like, this is what I feel like is going to happen because I
Mm-hmm.
don't see, even though clearly it sounds like, and I mean, this is me on the outside, I don't have the full information itself, but from what my opinion of all this is in the situation, it's not very hard to see that NVIDIA was doing them wrong, in my opinion.
Right.
But like, I think what's going to happen, because like, I mean, that's a night and day change. I don't know how EVGA will be able to pivot to something so suddenly like that, even though that they're like good for them on if they're going to be if you feel disrespected, and then it's definitely, and I mean, it shows a level of your own character to be like, you know what, you're the products that we make for you is is the reason why we're really in business, but we don't need you to stay afloat. And for them to just go and cut that tie because they're tired of the BS that NVIDIA is doing with them, which is probably changing whatever the deal is. Man, okay, that speaks a lot of character, I would say. But
I agree.
but I just don't see them going out completely out of the card business. Maybe take a break and then maybe switch over to the other side with Radeon. But wait, does EVGA do Radeons? I don't think they do at all. So
And they have stated that they do not want to work with Intel.
Or AMD.
Or AMD.
Yeah.
So
well, AMD is Radeon. That's ATI.
Yeah, AMD is Radeon. So they are not going to be working with Intel or AMD, which is really interesting because if you look at it from a PC builder kind of aspect, there's only 3 cards really. It's Intel, AMD, and NVIDIA. So
big 3, yeah.
Yeah, if you're picking one of them, when I got my PC build, it had a Radeon card in it, and I'll be honest, it was kind of garbage. It could not handle what I was putting down, so I immediately got a switch. But I got lucky because somebody had an NVIDIA EVGA card, and they'd gotten an extra one, and it had only been in their PC for like 2 months, and I got it at like a killer price. Like it should have been at least 600, and they're like, "Nah, you can have it for 300."
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie though, because I right now my builds use EVGA. I mean, I've been using EVGA cards forever. I think they're the only card that's been the most consistent.
They're fantastic.
But man, to say that's kind of weird. Like what Donk says, yeah, that's cool on paper, but this is company suicide, keeping it real gone wrong. It really is. It really is.
Keeping it real goes
wrong. And here's the
wrong.
thing: they've stated that if you have an EVGA card, like don't worry, they'll still customer service it. And as far as graphics cards go, I would say EVGA is the best at their customer service if you're having an issue, and especially too, like if you're a first time PC builder and you put an EVGA card in and you have questions, they're so easy to reach out to. They respond quickly. A lot of times it's user error. I call them ID10T errors. Like we all have that idiot moment, right? They're really good at reaching out and helping you out, and telling you what's what. So they will still be servicing them technically. However, at this moment, they will not be working with NVIDIA any further, and they are not looking at making any more graphics cards. So we'll see where that leads them. I hope that doesn't take their business because I really do love them as a company. I love their power supplies. Their motherboards are great. I really hope this does not tank them. Oh, I hope it doesn't tank
Smitty,
them.
what do you think?
Dude, there is no way that they don't unload their staff. Number one, they've already gotten rid of 20% of their staff in Taiwan. Here's the thing. EVGA is not that big of a company. I think it's like maybe 200 and something people that work for the company. So this number one is absolutely bonkers to me that it has come to that. You've got to feel some real something to be like, look, dude, but here's the thing. So the cards that they're selling, they are actually taking a loss from those cards based off the pricing that NVIDIA is pricing them at. And then you've got the fact that NVIDIA, on top of that, they'll sell their own founders ones. So, and I don't even know how that works exactly. Like, does NVIDIA make some and then EVGA makes their own version of it? Like, I don't understand that.
I think what they're doing is ordering founders cards from them, right?
No. How it works is this. So NVIDIA has their own graphics card division. They make their own cards. Those are the founders cards. Those are the ones that are from the manufacturer themselves, but they sell to a place that is, like, for instance, like a third party shop like Best Buy or something like that. So they'll have the founders card for a short bit. Then what happens is that like they usually give it about, let's say 2, maybe 3 weeks later. Then the third party companies will sell the version of the card. Like, so there's going to be let's say they make a 4080. The 4080 is going to be a founders edition, which is going to be made directly from NVIDIA. Then you wait a week or two, and then there'll be like the EVGA 4080, the Gigabyte 4080, and so on and so forth. All the different third party companies or third party partners that make the cards as well will be the second set of them. So that's how that works. When they sell these cards. So yeah. So they're going to still be founders cards. It's just not going to be an EVGA third party card of the same deal.
Right. So Donk says NVIDIA makes them all and EVGA builds on top of them. Fans, cooling, etc. is done by third party. Okay. So I gotcha. So this is just, I mean, number one, this is weird, especially the fact that they are known. That's what they do is the video cards. That's what people, again, a good chunk of their business is coming from that. But even still, man, like they must have really, and they had to have, this is build up. You know what I mean? Like to get a person this pissed off to publicly come out and be like, yo, F them dudes. We are done. We are sick and tired of it. You know what? We're not even dealing with video cards anymore. Like, that's the part that doesn't, like, it's like, whoa, you took it. You took a little bit. Like, you just had to go a little bit. But you said, I'm jumping the whole way there. This is what we're going to do. And we're not going to close down the business. Says that, and they've already downsized some. There's no way you're talking about if they're making out of those employees, how many of those employees were dedicated directly to making those video cards? There's not enough jobs to keep everybody there employed.
Unless they were planning on doing a pivot already, because the way this all sounds like, because this is sudden. We just found this out like a couple of hours ago. This is like something that just recently happened. So unless they already had a plan in place that they were planning on pivoting anyways, like they're going to be saying, you know what, we're going to cut our video card division, but we're going to change solely. We're going to create more be aggressive on RAM or motherboards, AIOs and stuff like that. And then maybe it could have been maybe that's what they could do. We don't know really what they're going to do, because hopefully it just but like how it looks on the outside feels like it's something that feels like it was like something that was done in passion from something, like you're saying, because you know what, they've been around, they've been a partner for over 20 something years. So maybe they were just feel like they've been a punching bag for them for that so long, and then finally something must have happened where they're like, okay, that's it. I just can't. We can't do anymore.
Right. I also, Opie, stop digging. Thank you. I also think maybe too, the way that it seems in the writing is that this was a hot minute coming. And so I think you might be right as far as the pivot is concerned. Smitty, did you say they have let go of people? Because as far as the article stated, like they have stated they are not downsizing. Opie, stop it. That they are not downsizing at all. Did you say that they did downsize in Taiwan?
They did. They've already downsized
in
Taiwan. This was probably I'm not 100% sure on a date. Let me see if I can. I want to say it happened this spring.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, they stated that they're not going to let any more jobs go. So I would assume that they're going to, that they're going to do a pivot. But yeah, this is 300% of their profits. And so I really hope they don't go under. I really like this company.
Yeah.
And if you guys don't know what EVGA stands for, it's Extended Video Graphics Array. Like that's when Davis was like, are they changing their name? I was like, I don't think so. I don't think so. So you know what? I wish them the best. I really hope that they end up just coming out with their own graphics card because I'll pivot. And they didn't like the price gouging. I remember seeing tweets back when, graphics cards were going crazy on their website. And I mean, they went from like 800 to 1200 overnight.
Okay. But that really wasn't NVIDIA's. You know what? I guess the one thing I will say is that they did upcharge their graphics cards because like they were trying to curb the influence of what's it called of people just miners trying to just buy them out and and stuff. So like, but yeah, I don't know, man. Like to say that that's the reason, because I mean the only reason why was because of the giant chip shortage. Wasn't really because it wasn't like what randomly Sony decided to do recently on increasing the price for the PS5 on all countries except for the US, for that kind of situation. But I don't know, man. Like I would love to, I'm sure there's going to be stuff and information that's going to come out more later on, but like right now, it seems it's crazy. It's sad. This is really sad news in my opinion. Like it's like, cause this is probably if I had to go with any third party video card, cause like I hate MSI because MSI has burned out on me before in the deals. I won't say hate, but I don't buy them. Gigabyte, I've never really tried, but EVGA was the one that's most consistent. Asus was just way too expensive for my blood. So like I just decided to so I never tried them out either. But but EVGA was reasonable priced, was straight to the deal, and they were the only card company that you could buy directly from them. Like all of the other ones, you had to either order from a third party like Amazon or somewhere like that. But EVGA had a storefront, which was very useful for the most part. So I agree. Yes. Well, Donk also did add the statement, we will not be downsizing after this current layoff unless we have to downsize in the future. Your loving corporation, EVGA. So, I mean, well, that's a quote. I'm assuming that's a quote. I'm just take that from his word. Nope. It's hard to say if it is or not.
But still, it a little.
Yeah, but I don't know. There you go. But anyways, we'll see. But so we'll see. I definitely want to keep track on the story on this. This is really, it's really crazy.
It's crazy. It's straight. Yeah, dude. Very when I saw that, I was just like, what?
Yeah. At first I thought it was a joke, and then I saw different outlets showing it, and I'm like, this isn't good. The 2 weeks, we're literally weeks until the announcement of the 40 series for NVIDIA.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen, going to happen with all this, So, so yeah. So there you go. Yep. I figured. There you go. All right, so that was a good topic, Lex. So we decided, there was way too much like gaming news to come out to say we're Smitty for Smitty or for everyone to have like their own individual topic. So I just wanted to reserve the rest of this time to just talk about the insane amounts of different games that was announced this week, and I also kind of want what y'all think about it too. So there was like, okay, so what? Tuesday was Nintendo Direct in the morning, PlayStation State of Play in the evening. That was day one. Then Wednesday was advanced information from Sega and from Capcom. Capcom. Then Thursday was more information on Capcom's like bigger stuff. Friday and Konami, surprisingly enough. So Konami even had updates on this, which is crazy to me that they were there. And I saw their booth at the Tokyo Game Show, and that booth looked ginormous. It looked like freaking Radio City Hall in New York. It was ridiculously like you see like a giant ticker and all that stuff. It was insane. So yeah, there was just so much news, man. It was just freaking insane. So like let's get down to it. So let's start simple. then we'll build up because there's a lot of cool stuff that was happening on the Nintendo Direct. There was so I guess we might as well just take the elephant in the room right there. But we were talking, but the big one was by all means, and it's funny, it's like one of the shortest ones, was the announcement of Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. Now I don't know if y'all know me, but not a big Zelda fan, so I gave two shits. But I understand.
I've never played it.
Oh, you never played? You never played them? I thought you did.
She's never played them.
I've never played a Zelda.
I'm the minority here.
He's the one that plays. I don't.
Have you played?
Yeah.
Like how many Zeldas have you beaten all of them, or like which one have you not played, Smitty?
I have not played like Wind Waker or Majora's Mask. I think there might have been.
Oh, that's the second one. Never mind. That's the second one.
Yeah, I've never played those, but I played the older ones, and then obviously Ocarina of Time, Link to the Past.
What about the one on the Wii, the one Skyward Sword, and
I did not play that. I did not play Skyward Sword. I didn't even know that there was a Zelda for that. Twilight Princess. I didn't play Twilight Princess either.
Yeah, there was two of them.
Yeah, I had no idea that there was even. Yeah, so I haven't played those ones. Wind Waker, Majora's Mask, and then I still haven't beaten whatchamacallit.
Breath of the Wild.
I still haven't beaten Breath of the Wild.
So
I hardly ever play. I've been trying to force myself to play more Switch because I forget about it. It's so easy when I've got all these toys up here.
Too. But it's in front of my face. You'd think I'd pick it up. I don't.
Right.
I forget.
So,
it's like, wait, I got a legit controller too. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's easy. I just got to go turn it on and then go in. So I've been doing more of it.
Smitty is a bad example of all the
bad Legend of Zelda fan.
Do you know what's funny to me? My biggest thing is like I don't like Zelda, but I played all of them, and I have beaten most of them. Because here's the irony of that. Yes,
I have some.
This guy, he is a secret fan. That's what it is.
Zelda, but I played them all.
Yeah.
No. And here's the reason. I just want to get it. That's for me. Like I just don't get don't get me wrong. I do have a favorite Zelda. And my favorite Zelda was A Link to the Past. I love I could play A Link to the Past again, and so it's we need someone to find a thing to make us live longer so we can play all the games. I know, right?
For real,
but A Link to the Past is my favorite Zelda of all time. It still is, in my opinion. But and I didn't beat Breath of the Wild because I just got tired. I got bored of it from the deals on it. But my whole thing was Tears of the Kingdom first off, to make sure, because I've heard a lot of different mixed things. I want to let this straight to everyone that listens to this. Tears of the Kingdom is the sequel to Breath of the Wild. So this is Breath of the Wild 2 that everyone was talking about, that everyone was waiting for. This isn't an offspring of anything. This is a direct sequel. Because like there's people like still saying, "Oh, I'm still waiting for Breath of the Wild 2." And I'm like, bro, this is Breath of the Wild 2.
I did not realize it. I didn't realize it either.
Yeah.
I did not realize it either. Like I did. I found out before, but like when I first, I was like, wait, they're working on a whole new game. Like what? At the same time? Yeah. I was like, what is this? I did not realize it.
Yeah. Some of these fans, because these fans were like, were already hyping themselves up because they were thinking there was going to be remasters of Wind Waker or Twilight Princess that was coming on the Switch. And
I was hoping for that.
Yeah. And then people were also rumoring that there was going to be two brand new Zeldas that were coming out. But no, this is the game that they've been working on for the past 4 years or whatever. Yeah. It's crazy to think that it's been 3 or 4 years. So there was a small 1-minute trailer of Link falling from the sky. Had basically a lot of Skyward Sword feelings of it. But and then they were just showing like the other world, and they actually showed a release date, which is going to be in May of 2023. So people are going to be hyped. I would strongly suggest for folks, and this is what I would strongly suggest to do too, Smithy, is if you get a chance to find a collector's edition of that, you should get it because for some reason, collector's editions for Zelda just explode on for value. I'm dead serious.
Yes.
Breath of the Wild's like if you go on eBay right now, you can see how much Breath of the Wild's collector's edition is. It goes for probably about $500, maybe $600 now. And it was like $150 to $200 now. So that is just saying what you're wanting to do. It's insane. I have Breath of the Wild, but I haven't touched it yet. Oh, you need to. Yeah. Well, if you definitely love Zelda, you should definitely play it so you can understand what's going on. I think that's one of the things. To me, definitely not my cup of tea. I think the ambient noise is what really got to me. But yeah, so definitely go with it.
Ambient noise.
Yeah, ambient. It's like the calmness. Like there was no music when you're running in the fields, and there was like, so you just hear like, yeah, you hear the birds chirping, the wind, just the wind, and all this different kinds of stuff. That's ambient noise, background noise. It's very subtle, and I didn't like that. So yeah. So definitely go. But it's that like I said, that's me. Not my cup of tea, but there you go. But then there's also they also announced a new Fire Emblem game, which was a Fire Emblem. Oh God,
3, right?
No, this is well beyond 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Fire Emblem's been on forever. Fire Emblem Engage, that's what's called. So it's going to play like a traditional turn-based strategy. Fire Emblem emblem games. People are kind of 50-50 with the hero, because the hero in this one has like half like he summons characters from other Fire Emblem games and stuff, and he uses them to fight against it. So that was quite interesting. I haven't really, and I've never played a Fire Emblem. So
negative on that one over.
I've never played one either.
You never won? Yeah, I should.
I like turn-based games though. Yeah, so it's like I would enjoy, and I feel like games like that play better, not better, but they play nicely on a Switch. I enjoy playing a good RPG on the Switch, but this is, I know a lot of people are got pumped about this because this is there people do enjoy this.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's gonna be it's definitely gonna be a big one in its sense too. So then what's it called? Square Enix like did a ton of announcements on the Switch, but it's gonna be most of them are gonna be multi-platformed. Like there was a small one called Harvest, well, not a small one, but it was an RPG but also like farm growing game called Harvestella. That was coming soon. But the big one, I would say the big announcement, one of the big announcements from them was Octopath Traveler 2 was announced. So the whole thing was, I'm kind of mixed on what to expect on that. Because they basically you're the same job classes than what you were in the first one, but just with different characters. So hopefully it's not going to be like, same kind of stories, but hey, it's the same people that did, I guess I'm assuming it's the same team that did the live alive, so
that style very much it looks like it.
I don't know. Okay, wait, first off, because I have not played Live Alive, does that game like do you like, are they just mini games like many different multiple stories that converge together, or are they just completely separate storylines that you're playing with their own small group of people? Like, how does that work?
They're all completely separate. It's like you even named them, unless again, I haven't completely beaten it yet, so I don't know. But right now, everything has been separate. There's no connection between the stories, at least that I've seen.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a whole, so you're playing like different scenarios, completely different group of people, and then you're just
and like you have like there's different things that some you don't even like really do any kind of like battle or fighting or anything like that. Others have puzzles. Like it's almost like an anthology. It's kind of what it reminds me of. Just kind of put together, but different stories that are separate but part of one big package, I guess.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like that for this one. So I mean, like it's a fun RPG. I did like the first one. So hopefully the second one will bring some original, some different things and improvements from the original one. So let's go with that. But for the most part, and they also did an announcement for Pikmin 4, I believe. So Pikmin is So you played Pikmin before, Lex?
I have. It's been a really long time.
Yeah, it's been 20 years of Pikmin.
Wow,
think
just
about
age me. It's fine.
Yeah, GameCube. Well, I mean, I didn't even think about it. I was like 20 years. That can't be right. Then they said nope. The first Pikmin was on
That's
GameCube.
right. No, that's certainly right. Yep, I was 13,
Jesus.
14.
So so Pikmin 4 is coming. I'm not really like hype, but it's like it's something, I guess, you know. So it's I'd say for the most part the Nintendo Direct was okay. Go with it, I suppose, you know. Not surprised. I think my one biggest issue, my only thing is like I hate when the Direct itself was long. I don't like long directs of anything, and that maybe it's just me, but it's just most of the stuff was a lot of like filler. Yeah, most of it was filler. It's like I don't care about this stuff.
And let's move on.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. The one I really wanted was Advance Wars. They still haven't released that, which is crazy to me. Yeah, you know, it's just ridiculous. But whatever. The PlayStation's side was also meh, you know, which is fine. I mean, state of play. But what I love about PlayStation is that they're direct and they're to the point. They barely show. They showed from the most part first party games, and then they were like, okay, here's the things that we're going to be working on. Here's the things that's coming out soon. Boom, there we go. And then so like the biggest issue was like, so the first thing that they came out of the gate with was Tekken 8. And my God, dude, those graphics on Tekken 8 is like ridiculous.
Insane.
The fight was just like was crazy of like Jin and Kazuya and stuff, and they're still continuing on from the original story. Heihachi's gone and stuff, so now it's the big fights between father and son. But man, like you saw the raindrops like just trickling down and stuff. Yeah. It's just, oh boy, I cannot wait to try that Tekken, you know. So we'll go with that. And they don't have any information. It just says that it's going to be more information coming soon. This trailer should have been the trailer that they should have given at Evo, dude. Like, that's the one thing that got me. Yeah, I was a little upset about that. I'm like, you would have gotten a better pop of Tekken 8 announcement at Evo when it's the Tekken 8 championship at a big convention. But why would you wait to do it from here? Oh, that was that's a little aggravating to me. So a little bit out of place in my opinion, but it was there. So but it did hype up start up pretty strong. Started up pretty strongly. But then what I was, to my surprise, was there's what's the name of the company? I think it's called Ryu Satoga, or whatever it's called. Studio, you know, the people who do Yakuza games. Yes. They are releasing three different Yakuza like games. First off, they retired the word Yakuza, so they're not going to be called Yakuzas anymore. Yes.
Interesting. Did they say why?
No, they didn't say why. They're probably just wanting to move on because technically the story now isn't about Kazuya, Kiryu Kazuya, who's the main dude of Yakuza for the past ever since the beginning of the series. So it's a new dude. It's a new dude now. Like when you saw Like a Dragon. So now the new ones from the future now are going to be called Like a Dragon. So all the stuff is going to be called Like a Dragon now.
Oh,
yeah. So that's going to be cool. Yeah. So the first one, which is really cool, was that there was a game trailer that showed the original that showed it's a remake. It's doing what The Last of Us Part 1 did, which is do a rebuild from the ground up, and then they're going to re-release it. The difference between this, we never got it in the US, so that so
it's just a brand new game for us.
Legitimate brand new game, and it's going to be in feudal Japan, but they're going to have characters that look like, you know, the people from Yakuza, but they're not. They're different people. So that one is called Ishin, which I would you should definitely take a look at the video of that one, because I think you would like this one, because you and I kind of have the same similar taste with samurais and stuff. So yeah. So this one is like, so you're playing a the name of the group that they are, I don't think they really said it, was your Shinsengumi, and you're like the keeper of the peace, but yet I don't know what's going on in the story, but I just know the battles and stuff that you're doing in this looks freaking awesome. If you ever played the Yakuza game, it's going to have that same kind of feel to it. So that's what I'm looking forward to checking out. Checking out. Have you played any Yakuzas, by the way?
I've never played any of them. I totally own some of them.
He does. I know this.
I know you. I'm pretty sure you do. So definitely, yes.
Yeah.
I have never. I mean,
it looks great. It looks great. Like that's awesome. That, you know what I mean. These are they look like fun games. Mm-hmm. So I just have never started. Kind of like the Batman series, because I don't know where to start. I think I figured that out though. And but there's a lot of these games, right? The Yakuzas, there's what, 7 or 8 of them already?
There are 7. Okay, so there's 7 base games. Then Like a Dragon's the new character, which is technically Yakuza. No, I'm sorry. There's 6 well, technically, no, there's 7. There's 7 games of Kiryu. Then there's Like a Dragon, which is number 7. Because Kazuya's one is starts with 0, so it's 0 to 6 is Kazuya's one. Then there's the side games, which is a game called Judgment, where you're playing the detective, and then you also got the off one. Ishin is going to be a new one. Then there's going to be the other announcement that they announced. This was Like a Dragon 2, which is number 8. Mm-hmm. Hey, Lincoln. Yeah. So it is crazy to think of what's going on with the amount of that. And then in number 8, there Kiryu actually comes back, but I think he's a side character comparatively to the 2. So this one's going to be really I'm really, really, really looking forward to these ones. The Yakuza series is one of my favorites of all times, thanks to a friend.
I've watched you play, and it's fantastic.
Oh yeah,
it's just not in my realm of. It's not in my wheelhouse, but it
looks
great.
You need to play 0. I think 0 is my favorite one right now, but I've only played up to 2. I'm still slowly going up to it, but yeah. And then they said they're like, you know what? That's not enough Yakuza for everybody. Let's do a new one. It's so then they made a new one. They announced another one called The Man Who Erased His Name. That's the name of the title. Like a Dragon, The Man Who Erased His Name.
That sounds sick.
Have no freaking the video looked tight. Have no freaking idea what this is going to be about, but I'm going to get it. It looks really good. So yeah, I'm definitely really hyped for that one too. But yeah, so there's a lot of this cool stuff was just like all over the place. So I think Sega, in my opinion, was the big thing to kind of see that is making me really hyped to or a lot of stuff to look forward to. So there was a game that also came out called Stellar Blade, or it was called Project Eve for a little bit. That was what we saw earlier this year on one of the State of Plays earlier. They changed the name of it to Stellar Blade. And this is the one that's gonna play like kind of like what Bayonetta kind of played like, but with it's a PS5 exclusive game for it. So that I'm looking forward to that one as well. So the trailer, I don't know if the trailer gives it enough justice, but I don't care. But man, I just don't know. And one of the big ones though too, Street Fighter 6 just did a 20-minute first did a 15-minute announcement of the different kinds of hubs and the different kinds of things you can do in that game. But then they also announced 4 different characters, E Honda, Dulcine, Blanca, and Ken. And you see Homeless Ken from the Homeless Ken memes that you've been seeing for the past couple of months and stuff. Because apparently there is
Blanca.
Yeah, Blanca looks tight though. He has like a faux hawk kind of look now too.
He's my favorite. He's always my favorite. If you see me at an arcade and I pick Blanca, you better run. That's air hockey. It's game over. Just leave.
She's the Daigo of Blancas. That's what's going on, basically. Yeah, so this one's going to come out. They don't have a release date yet, but they did announce that there's going to be a closed beta coming in October that you can sign up for on their website on Capcom. And as well as that, they also announced the starting 18 characters of the whole of Street Fighter 6, all 18 characters that they announced all at the same time, but they don't have videos yet of those said characters, but they do have pictures of it because it's already been leaked. I'm kind of, it's unfortunate to see like leaks really kill the mood, but
I know, man, like you can't have any kind of surprises anymore these days.
Yeah, or not tell anybody or whatsoever, but but I'm glad that they're just, what, since it's already ruined, there's not going to be there's no reason for us to be like, oh, see what the surprises and stuff are going to be. Yeah, so we'll definitely see how this goes. And then what's funny, Donk says this looks generic, and I totally agree. I think I mean, this is not even alpha, is the way I look at it. So until they start looking and starting to get to, tone it out more, I'm not counting it against them. If they give me a beta, then that's how it still looks. Then that's when you kind of want to worry. But for the most part, this is all the side stuff, because apparently there's going to be a battle hub where you can play classic games, where you can play like Final Fight, Street Fighter 2, the original Street Fighter 2, all these different kinds of things inside of it. You can create your own character. You can make your own hub, There's basically your avatar is basically your character that you're using to customize your own Street Fighter. And so it's being beyond just a versus game. So whatever they're doing, that's cool. But if the main base game is still playing online and dropping some fools, I'm definitely down with that. And if that's perfected, all the other stuff I can somewhat pass for now, because I don't buy Street Fighter for all the extra bells and whistles. I buy it because I want to beat some people's asses.
See, that's crazy, because to me the exciting part is the open world. Like, I'm excited to create a character and be in the world of Street Fighter and doing things and stuff like that. Like, other than that, like the versus battle, like people get so good at these games. Like, and if I have it, you know what I mean? Like, which right now I'm looking at I'm probably going to pick this up. I would definitely get down on some online play, but again, for me, it'd be more of a casual thing. I feel like people get super salty and they get super good, and it's like, dude, I ain't trying to be about that life. It's like I like to keep it casual. That's why again, having a story open world type of thing, it's very intriguing to me. It's like, ooh, what's going on there?
Yeah. Probably why they did it in the first place is to get your your attention for that kind of stuff. Since you're not I already know you're not really a competitive, like to fight. I mean, play fighting games very seriously. You like to play it casually.
I used to, though.
Yeah,
I used to very hard.
Used to.
Same.
I
would cut my nails to play versus. I mean, I'll have to play with my knuckles at the moment, but I'll do it. I've broken nails playing this game. In the arcade, pressing buttons.
Your hands are bloody.
Essentially,
Palms are sweaty. Mom spaghetti.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there you go. No, but so anyways, this is just the tip of the iceberg of several different kinds of games that are coming out. Like I said, Konami, one of the big ones I think with Konami for me was that Suikoden 1 and 2 are being remade. So it's coming. That's going to be coming out on the next on consoles here. I'm looking forward to that because I want to play 2 again. I have a copy of 2, but I don't have a PlayStation 1 anymore. So I was like, okay, cool. So yeah, this is going to be some really fun. But yeah, man. I mean, I think overall from all the announcements, I know you didn't really watch, Lex, because you had other stuff, but Smitty though. Yeah, but Smitty though, I mean, the full overall, it was good. I mean, it was just there was nothing that was like jaw dropping. Oh, can't wait. I mean, I guess something like that for me would have been Metroid Prime or something that would have came out.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of these kind of end like that, and I feel like, I mean, even we saw it for at the game show how they were basically trying to temper people's expectations before they even got into it, because they're just trying to get the stuff out. I feel like, again, and that's where I felt like we missed that presence of E3. I feel like that's more of a show where you go spicy and drop all kinds of things, but other things are more just like an update or here's this as we're going through or whatever. So there's not, they don't have like just monster things on top of monster things. They're all just kind of like, all right, that was okay. But yeah, definitely for me, the Nintendo one was probably the one that I had the least amount of interest in. There were some things that I saw that, I was like, oh, I might check that out or whatever. But like for the most part, I was like, meh. And then, I mean, even with the Sony stuff too, is just like, I mean, again, I love seeing all these fighting games getting that love. And, again, I played that stuff when I was a kid. So I always have some sort of, feeling towards that and just knowing that like, oh yeah, that's crazy that they're doing that. I just haven't played them in forever because I, whatever reason, one way or the other, I didn't really feel like doing the online competitiveness with it. And I saw how much time my brother put into Street Fighter 5. And I was just like, I cannot, I just don't have time to do it. I just don't have time to do it. So again, like I said, that probably that and Tekken 8 definitely were things that like, I was like, ooh, look at that. Like those are the things that I probably got the most excited about so far through all the things that we saw. And of course you get seeing that Midnight Suns got a release date back from where it was before up to December. It's coming out in December now of this year. It was on indefinite. So seeing that they got a release date for Midnight Suns, that I'm pretty pumped about that game as well. So
okay, yeah, Midnight Suns is gonna be nice. There's a game that's coming out. I can't say because it's under embargo for me, but I'll tell you later. But that I think you would definitely enjoy. So, towards it.
Kind of mixed all the announcements. Nothing. Yeah. There was nothing horror based for me in that one. It's okay though. Just forget about it.
Yeah, there really wasn't anything truly horror. Nope. I would say. So
it's okay. You win some, you lose some.
Win some and lose some. That's probably the best way of describing it. Yeah. So we'll definitely see. But like I said, it is what it is. It's at least there was some stuff to look forward to. I'm cool with that. I'm cool. Like I just feel like the biggest run of it was like, at least it's new gaming that's coming back. I love the fact that gaming conventions are back is another thing though too. Yeah. So that's a real big plus on itself. So I'm definitely a big fan of that coming in place with it.
Yeah.
So
and there was God of War because that's coming out here in November. So like that's probably the next major thing that I'm super pumped about. I still want to, I know people are talking a lot of trash about it, but the Gotham Knights, like I'll still probably end up picking that up. Just because I like that kind of stuff. So and
the other ones like Arkham?
Oh yeah, that's what the problem is. The fact that I never even played those other ones because you said that it is basically it's part of the story.
It's continuance. Continuance of the story.
All right, so I will not be buying Gotham Knights right away. I will have to grind through the other ones. Oh my gosh. I have them though. I have them. And I started one of them. Whatever the first one is the one that I started. I had to look it up online because I couldn't tell. There's like Origins, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, or I'm like, what?
Okay, so I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Okay, so Arkham Origins you don't have to do. That's just like a prologue of everything. Yeah, Arkham Asylum is the first one.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, Arkham City is the second one, and then Arkham, whatever the last Arkham was, is the third one. I forgot what it's called.
Arkham Knight?
Something. Yeah, Arkham Knight, maybe. Yeah, Arkham Knight. Yeah, you're right. Arkham Knight is the third one. So yeah, it's very self-explanatory. I think the best one in my personal opinion is the second one. Have you played them, Lex?
I did. I played the first two. I haven't played Arkham Knight. I'm terrible at driving the Batmobile.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm awful at it.
Yeah,
that was the least thing. That's the thing I hated the most.
Everyone was so excited about it. I was like, And nah, I'm good. I'm terrible at Mario Kart, and now I'm just hitting everything. This sucks.
You know what really pissed me off was
I started Arkham Asylum. Is what I've started. Yeah.
What pissed me off about it was that they decided to go with the car rather than doing boss fights. That's what got me pissed off.
Yeah.
Like in the first two, like you had boss fights, like you fight other villains from the Batman universe. And then in the third one, they said, okay, no, we're gonna, instead of fighting villains, you're gonna be driving the Batmobile. And I'm like,
that's weird.
It is very weird. Yeah, I think they lost on that one. So, so anyways, folks, thank you for listening to episode number 148 of the CFG Game Cast. Thank you for being a part of the conversation. As always, we will be back again next week. But if you did miss out on this episode, that's perfectly fine. We do release it on all podcast services like Apple, Google Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, Podbean, all podcast services out there every Monday morning. So there's absolutely no reason to miss out on our sexy voices.
Ooh, yeah.
Guys, thank you so much. And we will be back again next week. But also be sure, check out our website, freaksandgeeks.com, to check out the awesome content that we're doing. We will be releasing a new Pop Culture Gems episode next week. We would love for you to check that out too. So once again, this is Davis, Lex, and Smitty signing off. Y'all, take it easy.
Bye.